And we are live.
Yay! We'll see if anyone is hanging.
Hey, hello, anyone who is watching. Welcome to day 1 of the Because We Can Readathon.
Woo!
Oh, and guess who just showed up?
Hi.
It's Kat! By about 20 seconds.
I did my best. It's still 10 o'clock at my end.
It's still 7 here, but we've been live.
It's still
7. Yeah. So day 1, we've begun. Jenna will be here. She will just be here later.
Yeah.
So how did everyone's? Well, Abbey, how did your day 1 go? And Kat, how was your morning?
I've not started. I've literally just woken up, gotten ready, and gotten here late. So I haven't had any time to do any reading at all. It's fine.
I read 15 pages on my lunch break. That's it. That's all I've done. Of a different book that I'm reading tonight.
I've also not read yet today.
We're doing so well.
Only day 1. Only day 1.
Oh, we have Misha is a new subscriber. Hello, Misha.
Hi.
Okay. So, reading tonight, I am staying on trend. I am not reading what I put on my TBR. We know my TBRs are bullshit. I am still in the middle of the Iron Knight, and I want to finish this first.
You got pretty decent though, because you said you wanted to get it done before today, but you did pretty well.
I've read 100 pages of it. Yeah.
How much have you got left?
So I only have like 200, I think, or like 250 of the actual book. And then it has a short story at the end and then a preview of another book in it. So it's not as long as it looks.
I actually hate the preview thing, but then when I know I want to finish a book, I'm also like, oh, there's like 30 pages that don't count. It's fine.
Yeah.
Does anyone actually read those? Because I never read those.
No, I will read, I have the Iron Raven, so I will read that first chapter when I get to it.
I only do it if I know a book's not coming out for a very long time, and I hope it might help me to read that preview to be like, it kind of ended like this. I need more.
I just feel like it's gonna tease you and leave you on a cliffhanger. So I'm not prepared to be left on a cliffhanger of starting a new one. I'll take the acceptable cliffhanger of the end of the book, and we'll just leave it there, and then I'll find out what happens when the next one's out.
That's a good point. Yeah, good point.
What about you, Abby? What are you reading?
I'm gonna do The Princess Will Save You because it makes sense for me to read this during the sprints because I can only read this at night. And then I will read my other book every other time. So I'll just be like, can I finish this in sprints? Maybe. Not tonight, but maybe over the course. I think it's only 348 pages though, so it's not a very long book.
You can totally get through that tonight.
I'll try. But I'm excited. I've had it for such a long time and I've always wanted to read it. And I'm just every time I'm do it for a readathon and I never do. So making it happen.
And Kat?
I, as per is my norm, have 2 books to choose from and haven't decided which one yet. So, of course, of my TBR, I have that one giant book on it. I have Kingdom of Ash, and I've decided I'm not going to read that one right now because I've just woken up and I'm not ready to deal with the pain and suffering of that book. So I'm I need something softer to kick off the readathon. So it's either Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon Maguire, which is a reread, so it'll be super easy. I have both of these on audiobook as well, so I'll be listening along. Or Felix Ever After by Casey Calendar. So both of these are reasonably sized. I think the audiobook for this one's 4 hours long, so it'll only take me an hour on the speed that I listen on. And then this one's about 7 hours, so it'll take me a bit more, but both of them are good. Any ideas? Even if it's an eeny miny mo?
Well, I haven't read either.
Yeah, same. So, do you want a quick win right at the beginning of the readathon?
I mean, it would be great to
But then
just
I would go, every harder doorway first, because then you could get that done in sprints.
yeah, this is
Because I was thinking the same line. I was just like, if you get that one down, you'll be like, I accomplished already in the morning of the readathon.
that's so good right now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read every hard doorway then.
Yes.
It's only like 164 pages long.
That's nothing.
Yeah, I could do this. Oh dear.
Nice. Okay, do we want to get straight into a sprint?
Yeah.
Okay, how long do we want to go for?
Are we feeling shorter or longer? Because I can do either.
Somewhere
I
in
really
between.
don't mind either. We probably should have thought about this before.
So this is just how we work.
Yeah, we're planning it at the time because we can.
Yes.
Sorry, I hate me too. Should we say 20 minutes for this first one, and then we can decide whether shorter or longer works?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me change the timer.
I'm actually excited to read. I thought I was going to be too tired to want to read, but I'm hyped.
Nice.
We all hype each other. That's what
We need.
So yeah, I tried to find a musical themed one and I couldn't find one in the 10 minutes I was looking. So we have this.
That's cute.
It's cute though.
Cool. And Misha is going to be productive, which is good.
Yes.
Oh, good
productivity
things.
is also good.
Yeah. It is 7 p.m. for me and Abbey, so we've done our productiveness for the day.
And I've not started.
Okay, we ready to read?
Yeah.
Well, see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How did everyone's reading go?
I read 20 pages. I'm very confused. I can't read fantasy anymore. I'm just sitting here and like in the first page, it's like her father died, and I'm like, why am I like what's going on? I'm stressed.
She's got to be a classic fantasy orphan.
And of course, because she's a woman, she needs a husband or she can't rule her kingdom. So
Oh,
fun times.
yeah.
But I think it will be good. I need the point where I know what's going on.
Yeah, it's like you need to get like at least 50 pages in, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm into it now.
Yeah. Oh, and also her name is like Armor, but every time I read her full name, I keep seeing it as like Amarantha, and I'm like it's like Amarandi, but it's close. So I'm just like, I'm gonna keep seeing it in my head like that now every time I read it.
Yeah. What about you, Kat?
Yeah, so they're on the River of Dreams now. And they were just going along that, and there's a bunch of weird things in there. There was a fish telling them, like, they went fishing because they needed to eat, and there was a fish begging for his life because he has a family back home.
Oh my god, that's the traumatic things that I would have read that would have made me a vegetarian.
Gosh, gotta save the fish.
Cat?
How's the reread going?
I am 50 pages in.
Nice.
So that's going well. I actually forgot the main character of this book. Like, I remember the general plot, and then I just, as I was reading it, I was like, oh my god, I forgot who the main character was and why I really enjoyed her story. So this is a weird time. I'm really glad I'm rereading it because I just apparently forgot about the whole Halls of the Dead portal world, and I'm like, what, how did I forget that? Because that's clearly one of the things that I love the most. So weird, but good.
It's like you're reading it for the first time.
Kind of, except I know the twist. Well, not the twist, but who the murderer is. So
there's a murderer?
yeah,
Like, I've always wanted to read them, but it's just never gotten around to them. But they're such short audiobooks. Like, I really should.
Yeah, to be honest, they are really good. I tend to find that I think I've read 4 of them, and now I'm quite behind because I think there's at least 6. Might be 7, but depending on what the main character's portal world is, I enjoy the book more or less. So like the first book is in our world with references to a portal world in the dead. The second one is like Jack and Jill in like a horror-y type one with vampires and mad scientists and stuff, and that's quite interesting. And then the third world is like cotton candy nonsense world, and I'm like, oh god, I can't deal with that. I would go insane in about 2 seconds if I was in that world. I just wouldn't. So, and then the fourth one goes back to like a logic-based world, and I'm like, oh, this I could deal with.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I find that interesting, at least when I read them. But
yeah.
And it's always like a surprise. I guess each new book, you're like, what's it going to be this time?
Yeah, I'm always just hoping for like a darker cover with like a more serious plot line rather than like a just nonsense one. I like when people make logical decisions, and but the idea that the world is based on people just making a decision because, or like they'll just say, oh yeah, don't you know that time works backwards just because I said it does, and then that actually affecting it and stuff like that. I don't know. It doesn't. My brain can't make sense of it, and I'm like, logic, please.
Yeah. What's logic? I have a talking fish, so.
Well, exactly. There's no talking fish in my portal world.
Honestly, nothing really out of the like craziness besides it being a fantasy in mine. It's all pretty logical so far.
What we want, logic.
Sure. Okay, we have a few comments. It's running slow. It's 11 a.m. in South Africa.
Oh,
I always thought they were closer in time to us, but guess they're just further away.
I guess it's like a vertical thing. I mean, I guess it goes like that, doesn't it? The time zones. So it's only like an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, so I thought they were closer to Australia than that, but no, they're further away. Oh, hi, Sash.
Are you still here?
Yeah.
Because I saw you sneak in and I was just like,
Love in Other Worlds by Christina Lauren.
I've actually wanted to read that one because I've been kind of curious because I bought it for my brother's girlfriend for Christmas, and because she really likes Colleen Hoover, and everyone's like, "Oh, read this if you like Colleen Hoover." But then the other thing that I've read by Christina Lauren and Colleen Hoover, they don't match up, so I'm really confused by if they are even remotely similar, or if they're just completely different. But it's Christina Lauren, and I like them, so.
well, I haven't read any Colleen Hoover and I don't plan to ever. And I haven't read that one, but I definitely have enjoyed all my Christina Lauren books that I've read so far. They're pretty good. I like their writing team.
Nice. Cool, and Ash might also still be here.
Hi, Ash. Hopefully.
Yep, and fair. Not setting a TBR is a good idea. I didn't even stick to mine already.
Yeah.
Just more pressure for you to read.
Yeah. And Misha tidied up and had some snacks. Nice. And we'll be doing meditation.
Oh,
Nice.
so relaxing.
Do you want a short meditation or a long meditation?
That is the question.
A good question.
I actually really like the Unhoneymooners, but the main dude was just really annoying. I like the story though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but the end knocked it down a star for me because he made a decision that really got on my nerves, and I was like, why has he made that decision?
I'm trying to
Like,
think.
you'd be in the bin if
think...
you made that decision with me. Get in the bin.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember. I do remember. It was a very shitty thing.
Yeah, there's no way he couldn't. He's not redeemed himself.
Yeah, I don't even know how the outcome of the book was what it was because of that.
Yeah, I would.
Gosh.
I haven't read the book, so I'm just here smiling and nodding.
Like, yeah.
Oh, 30 minutes. That gives us a time.
Timer.
Yes, we can go with that for the next one.
I'll probably get 20 pages read. So.
Oh, hello, Fuzzy Hedge Pig.
Oh, that's a great name.
Love that.
Comfort reading, yeah, nice. Yeah. Love that it fits multiple prompts.
It does, yes.
What is the book? I am curious because that sounds like something that I also want to read.
Now we wait for the answer.
I know, I always sat here like bated breath. I'm waiting.
Like, just have they glitched or are they just anticipating?
Especially since we're like 10 seconds ahead or something of the comment.
Yeah. I think I've heard of that.
I haven't. I'm definitely going to put that on the reads.
Intrigued. You will have to tell us how it goes as you read tonight.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to write that one down. Sorry, now I feel like you're all waiting for me to write this down. So I just...
I want to know what it's about.
Everyone ready? This is my vlog content. If I can't see yous though.
Just keep going.
Hi, just do wave forever. We all have to get that vlog in. I'll have to do it again if Jenna does come hang out with us. But she may be busy, so that's fine.
Oh, Sash also waved.
Thank you. I'll have to get her waves.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again.
quick. Just focus on the waves.
Yeah, that sounds very cute.
It's not focusing. There we go. Sash is in. Waves are there.
Oh dear. Right. Do we want to go back to sprinting before we get talking?
Yeah.
Probably a good
You know, we
idea.
get distracted. I'm trying to keep us on track.
Like, we're already like, wait,
We're
we're
just
too
waiting.
distracted.
There we go. Okay. We're good?
Yep. Happy
Excellent.
reading.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How was reading?
I only read like 15 pages. It's very slow going, getting back into it. I actually just went on and read the synopsis because I was like, what? I don't actually know what's going on. And apparently because she won't marry into another kingdom, they kidnap her boyfriend. That's their problem solving. And she's just like, well, I'm just gonna go get him.
Yeah,
This doesn't work.
why wouldn't you just kill him so she doesn't have somewhere to go?
Exactly. I think it's gonna be good, like, because it's a Princess Bride retelling, and I love that movie. So I'm seeing the vibes of it, but it's just like I've just been reading too much romance in contemporary that I'm just like, how does this work anymore?
Yeah.
Cat?
I am on page 109 now, so I might actually finish it in the next sprint, or I'll be like 2 pages away from the end by the time it finishes, which would be so annoying.
Oh, no.
No, it's going well. I feel like it's a really interesting vibe to the book. Like it's kind of like peaceful, but I think that's because the main character is peaceful. I don't know. So I'm just sort of like mellow now. Oh dear. Yeah. How about you, Kat?
Yeah, so they got attacked by nightmares when they were in the River of Dreams.
Is the
Yep.
fish okay?
They put the fish back, so I'm assuming the fish is okay. But this time they were attacked by a dragon as well. They fished a dragon out of the river.
Maybe they should stop fishing.
Yeah, just get some berries. Come on.
Yeah, well, one of them ended up getting some peaches, and she was like, "While you guys were off doing that, I got these instead." And then, so this book is from Ash's point of view, who's the prince, and the first 3 books were from Megan's point of view, who was like the main girl. And Ash is just being so annoying, and like all he needs to do is tell her something, and then we wouldn't have this miscommunication happening. But he's just not telling her.
And they just keep trying to justify it, and it's just like, just talk your truth. It helps.
Yeah. So now I've got to suffer through that. I'm sure he'll tell her in the end, but
yeah, that I think there's a problem with that era of like fantasy, like YA fantasy, is that was a big thing, is that because they're young people, obviously they don't know how to communicate, apparently.
The prince is hundreds of years old.
Yeah, but
he's got no excuse then.
To be interested in a teenager, that I suppose he's got to have the brain of a teenager.
Yeah.
Among other things.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey. Sash read 40 pages and is now giving Kale a haircut.
Nice.
I hope that haircut is going well.
Yes.
Yes. I'm pretty sure she does it pretty often though. She's like a pro hair cutter.
Nice. Cool. And Misha finished their meditation and is waiting for lunch. Nice.
Yeah. It's me getting hungry. I didn't have breakfast before I came here, so now I'm just thinking, food.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat on stream.
You don't want to start a mukbang?
Not today.
You could always like, I guess, eat during the next sprint, but then you'd be like, I want to finish my book.
Yeah, no, I really want to finish this book. Like, I have this horrible feeling that we're going to start the next sprint and it's going to be like 5 pages from the end or something like that.
So should we do like 35 minutes and then you'll get those last 5 pages?
I mean, yeah, that would be great because like it'll be so annoying because the end is really, I remember the end now that I know what's going on in it, and I'm like, oh, I love the end. So be sad if it gets interrupted. I might just stay on mute and like hide myself and be like, I'll come when I'm done.
Yeah, you just come back and be like, 5 more minutes.
Oh dear.
I just can't believe how quickly you're like flying through them. Like, I know you listen to them quickly, but like, I always listen to my audiobooks on normal speed because it's just easy.
I couldn't do it. I think people in general talk quite slowly. I say as I talk quite slowly. But I need them to just be faster. Just talk faster. So yeah 3.5 times speed or bust.
Yeah, I can't do audiobooks as it is because I get distracted as hell. But YouTube videos, when they're just talking ones, I will usually put them on 2 times speed because no one is talking fast enough. And now 2 times speed sounds normal to me.
Yes. And you're like, oh, could you talk a bit faster? Just a little bit faster. And you're already on 2 times speed and you're like, damn it.
Well, I feel like once it goes like past just normal speed, it just feels like it just starts to sound more robotic to me. And that's when I'm like, there's no emotions in my audiobooks now. It feels weird.
I don't know. I still feel like I can hear all of the intended emotions and stuff, and it just, I don't know. I think I'm more inclined to get distracted if it's talking slower. Like I'm currently multitasking. I'm bullet journaling while I'm reading this because the month just ended and now I need to fill in some things. But doing that at the same time as listening quite quickly is just helping me focus. So
Yeah, like sometimes, like, because obviously I listen to my books when I'm driving, so obviously I'm focusing on the book, but also like the road, which
Not
is
getting in a
important.
car crash. Yeah.
But if something happens on the road, I'll suddenly be like, I'll zone out, and then I'll come back and I'll be like, she did what? Like, I have to go back in my audiobook, like by like a minute or two and be like, what happened? Or like times when I've listened to it in the car and I fall asleep. So then you wake up and it's just like battle of something happening and you're like, I've just spoiled. Like, how long have I been asleep for?
yeah. To be honest though, I don't read in the car, and I think if I did read in the car, I would have to listen to it on a slower speed because there's so much like all the stuff that you're seeing and watching as you're driving and all that, but also just there's a lot of noise when you're just in a car, like road noise. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and I feel like if I wouldn't be able to like pay attention to all of the audiobook at the speed that I listen to normally, where I'm just sat here and there's no other noise going on. So I would have to definitely slow it down if I was gonna read in the car. So it's fair.
Well, I mean, it definitely goes to show how much we do multitask by being able to like listen to stuff at the same time. But like, if people are in the car with me, I only listen to music, but I have it down like really low because it's like white noise. I need the music there. But like, I just never listen to audiobooks if there's people around. It's too hard.
What about if all of us were in a car and we had an audiobook going?
I'd be like, shut up, everyone. Something's happening. I need to know.
It would have to be on like if we were all like very exhausted from something and we were just like, oh, nobody wants to talk today, let's put an audiobook on. That would
I'd be like total Zen mode, like
it would be like the theater. We'd all be reacting at once.
You'd have to pause like every 10 seconds, be like, what? Did you get that? I would really see that's the hard thing too. Like, at least if you're in a car, you can react live. Like when you are at the theater, I always go to someone, I'll be like, oh my God. But then you go back because you're like, I can't be annoying. It's like being at the movies as well, because you don't want to chat, but you also want to chat, because I'm always like, I talk through movies and it can be annoying to some people, but like, and this is just any movie, like if I'm watching stuff at home, I'll be like, oh, and just like live react the whole time. And I'm like, I should stop talking.
Yeah, I feel like that is part of the fun when you specifically put on a movie to watch with your friends. You like, you want to have the chat about the movie, because otherwise you just watch the film on your own. Like it's like a group experience that's part of like the fun. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
As long as people are paying attention during the important bits, so they know what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Sorry, I was
So-
just dying. I could like talk like I still have this cold, but it's like pretty much gone. But like, because I'm talking so much, it's like the cough just starts like trying to come out, and I'm like, "Just stop it. I don't want you right now."
Is it one that gets caught in your throat and you're just like, it's coming, it's coming.
It's like, just don't do it.
Well, I've looked up how many minutes that my audiobook says it has left on it. It's 31 minutes and 28 seconds. So,
So specifically that long for the sprint, right?
Is that just the normal amount of time that's left, or your sped up version?
sped up version of time that is left. So if we did 35 for the next one, then I could definitely finish it and have time to recover a little bit. Because I might need it.
Yeah, maybe they'd get out of this goddamn river in the next sprint.
No, something else has got to come out of it and attack them. And I want it to be really interesting.
I really would not be able to guess, because going from a fish to a dragon is a big escalation.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, are they going to find like part of a human next? Like, there's got to be some weird, you know, like you can't beat dragon.
Yeah, and very slight spoilers. It's not that spoilery, but they're with like the group they're traveling with. The wolf is with them, as in the big bad wolf is traveling with them.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, he's like, I've got to get in more tales, because like these fae, they only exist if humans believe in them. So he's like, got to get in more tales, got to keep going. It's been a while since Red Riding Hood.
I mean, that's quite an interesting concept, though. Like, is it the same wolf in like The Boy Who Cried Wolf? Is that the same wolf? Could it be? Yeah.
Anything that's a big bad wolf is this big bad wolf.
Huh. Interesting.
I was just saying, I think it's really funny that like recently, like all three of us have technically read books with the big bad wolf, because we reading Cress, and you have the big bad wolf as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really need to finish Cress. Maybe I should pick that up, even though it's not on my TBR. And when I finish this one, I've read one book for the readathon today, and then be like, I'll just read something else completely unrelated.
You can make it fit.
Because shockingly, I did finish it, because I was like, I'm going to do it before the readathon. And normally I'm the one that's like, oh, I'll read it. And like a month later, I'm still like reading the book.
I think part of the thing for me was that I've been so behind on actually editing my videos for the readathon. I was like, I really, really need to do that. And I'm still like trying to catch up. So I haven't actually been reading. For like the last week, I've read nothing. So I was like, not going to get that finished. But maybe I can, now that most of the videos have been edited. Not all of them, most of them.
Well, see, for me, like, I was so freaked out, because I was sick for so much of the period of being able to film, that I was like, I'm not going to get anything done. That I think I just pushed too hard, to the point that I was done 6 days beforehand with everything uploaded. And I was like, I did have time. So that's when I messaged you. I'm like, we should read Cress, because like I can.
And I was like, yeah,
let's do it. When you were on the Cat's last sprint, and I was just like, read Cress, do it. I'll read it too.
Yeah. I've only got about 2 hours of the audiobook left. So, which is still about 200 pages, I think, something like that. So there's still quite a lot to do. But, you know, it'll be fine.
It's a good thing we're in a readathon. So.
Exactly. So shall we sprint again?
Yes, and then hopefully Jenna has joined us by the time we finish this sprint.
She's going to say hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 35 minutes.
Yes.
I hope I can read more than 15 pages this time.
I believe in you.
Got this.
Happy reading,
See you
everybody.
Bye.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Jenna.
Hey, Jenna.
Can you hear us all?
I can.
How was everyone's reading and how was dinner, Jenna?
Dinner was good. We fed Penny lots of chicken, and then she started hissing at everyone. So, yeah, not really sure what was going on with that, but it's fine.
What are you reading, Jenna, at the moment?
Well, I never finished Ruin and Rising, but look at this. Do you see this?
Oh.
Penelope. This was Penny.
Oh.
So, thanks, Penny. I am page 75 and regretting picking up the books after loving the TV show. The books are just not good.
Maybe you will like The Crows more.
They're much better.
I think I'll like The Crows a lot, but I'm really disappointed that these books they're just not good. Like, they're currently walking through some tunnels, and I have to admit, I started reading this like a month ago and then just didn't continue. So I'm not 100% sure why they're in any tunnels. Which isn't helping, but it's fine.
I think they were getting out of the underground place that they were all living.
Yeah, that's what they're doing, but I'm struggling to remember why they were there in the first place.
Because they were hiding because they want to keep Alina safe.
Like, it's fine. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think it becomes kind of irrelevant after when they try to leave anyway, so.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Okay, so I'm still reading The Iron Knight, which, Jenna, you missed the whole thing where I was like, we know my TBRs are bullshit, right? So, of course, I'm reading something that's not on my TBR.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just standard at this point.
On brand.
And they are still on the River of Dreams.
Did they fish something else?
So they didn't, but they came across something else that was fishing on the banks.
Of course.
It just never ends.
So Jenna, first they fished a fish out of the River of Dreams, and the fish started pleading with them to put it back because it had a family at home. And then later on, they fished a dragon out.
Okay.
Okay, and now they've come across, it is a giant head with no body, and it has one leg, and it has arms coming out of where its ears would be.
No,
I
don't
said
like
a
it.
7-arm. I don't think I was far off.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm concerned. It's fine.
That's a great descriptor that they're like, this is what it looks like. It's freaky.
I mean, do you want the full description?
Yes.
Kind of intrigued, not gonna lie.
Because I'm currently picturing, if you guys have ever seen Spirited Away, you know, there's like those bouncing head things, like with just like a leg and some arms coming out, because they always creep me out. So.
Okay, so it didn't have a body, just a huge bulbous head covered in shaggy white hair that hung down to its knees. No, not knees, knee. The giant had one thick stump of a leg ending in a massive clubbed foot, dirty yellow toenails gripping the ground like a giant claw. 2 long arms sprouted where its ears should have been, and a pair of huge, uneven eyes gazed down at us with detached curiosity.
Okay.
Probably could have gone without that description, actually, on second thought.
I think like the yellow toenail was just too far.
Yeah.
That's the bit that killed it.
Yeah.
It's concerning.
But it seemed like a peaceful thing. It gave them directions and they kept going. And the directions were keep following the river.
I don't think you're ever going to leave the river, are you really? Just that's
The whole book is
the
just
lie.
Journey on a River.
Yeah.
Just fishing all the things.
Okay, Abbey.
I got up to page 56. I'm reading The Princess Will Save You. And also, I really liked it because like he just got
captured, and he's like, "The princess will save me," and I was like, "Hey, the title of the book." But he's so confident, and I like the fact that it's like, and they're like, "You're a man. Why do you think a woman's gonna save you?" It's like, she's coming, she's gonna save me, and it's gonna be all right. And I'm like, good. All these men are like, all these like council type of men mean like, you're a woman, you have no opinions. Doesn't matter that you're like the princess. So it's just refreshing that love interest is just like, I believe in her, she'll save me. But I hit the 50-page mark, and I like it's getting good. Like I'm getting more intrigued. Like the vibes are good. So yeah.
And Kat, did you finish it?
I did.
Ooh.
And I had to stop myself from having a little cry at the end. But, you know, I was like tearing up, and I was like, no, I'm not going to cry on the stream. That would be silly.
That's why you had the extra 2 minutes, you know.
Yeah, I was like, I need to recover because I knew that the end was going to make me sad. And I well, like sad, happy, like happy, but it's also Pinterest sad. Anyway, so I'm just there like tearing up.
See,
But
we'll
yeah.
win. First book read at the readathon.
Yeah, I mean, it was tiny as the tiniest tiny thing, but
That'd take me like a week to read, so.
Oh yeah. If I can finish, I didn't even read. I'm not even starting from the beginning, but if I can finish this week, it'll be a miracle.
We believe in you.
All about getting them books finished.
Yeah.
so now I have to pick a new book. Though is the only problem. So I feel like I'm going to go with Felix Ever After, just because I have it here next to me right now. So, and I'm still avoiding Kingdom of Ash, which I will continue to do until I can't procrastinate it any longer.
Come on, even I have finished that now.
Quite a while ago too, which is
I finished it. I feel like I finished it ages. Well, I finished it before
It's like
Supernova.
I can
So I
tell
finished
you
it
how long
ages
ago it
ago.
was because I still have unopened videos that just say on the thing, and it says that you sent those 10 weeks ago. So
Oh my goodness, Kat, finish it. I literally, and I was joking at the start. I was like, "Well, wouldn't it be funny if I overtook you?"
I knew it was going to happen. I just procrastinate the things because I know that I'm going to get really involved in it, and then I'm going to be like traumatized by it, and
That's
I don't know if I'm ready.
I don't regret binging all of those books like in order. I don't regret it at all. I think it was the best way to read them, but it was
I know. See,
was
we're
just
still waiting for the rest of your videos because it's like Kat hasn't read it yet. We want to know the vibes. We want to know the reactions.
I went back and I re-watched one of them and was like, holy gumdrops, it's been a while since I've been like that over a book. Video games, TV shows, yep. A book, it's been a minute, but
Yeah.
we got there.
Well, this week it's going to happen at some point.
Yes.
Well,
Good.
considering you just finished, like, even though it was a small book, you just finished a book. I think you're more than capable.
Yeah, it's just because it involves so much like investment from me.
Yeah.
And I think I want to be able to sit down and solidly read for like 4 hours or something like that and get through like loads of it. And then I just keep putting it off because it's, I don't know, it's intimidating in like more ways than just the fact that it's massive. And I feel like it's going to take me on a roller coaster, and I don't know, I'm putting off going on the roller coaster. I don't know where it's going to take me, but I know it's going to be in lots of different ways.
Yeah. It's good though. Did
You see,
enjoy.
Once you do
Thoroughly
get to it,
enjoyed.
me and Kat are going to start pushing like House of Earth and Blood, being like, read it. We also need you to be involved in thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I will get to those. Okay. Can we just be excited that I finally made it to Throne of Glass?
Yes, we are proud of you.
100%.
But also Crescent City 3 comes out at the end of January. So that before then would be good.
Honestly, like, recommend waiting because you probably would want to just not have to wait. Like, it's already been killing us that we've had to wait in between books because we read them straight away.
Yeah, and I know what the twist is, or the the surprise thing at the end of the second
Oh,
one.
see,
So
I
I'm like,
don't. I didn't know there was one. See, I feel
Sorry.
like I'm far enough removed from the book community now that I can wait, and I don't think I'm going to get spoiled for anything. I feel like I'm far enough away from the community that I'm going to be okay.
See, but now you're saying that, and your phone would be listening, and your phone will show you something now. So now you have to read it.
and people post
Yeah.
that spoiler without any spoiler warnings, and it's like, excuse me.
They were
I-
pretty good though for like quite a while. Like they didn't talk about it without context for like a long time.
No,
I
I
was
got like
thinking
within the
was-
first week of it being out, I got spoiled for it, and I was like, well, thanks.
Yeah,
'Cause that
people
was
had
like
no
a
chill.
huge thing.
Oh,
I-
okay.
I-
I guess I just
I know
had
nothing.
nice things on my feed
I know absolutely nothing
because
about
they did
that
so many
series.
slides to be like, don't look. It's important.
I'm just gonna wait, I reckon, until the third book is out. Or the third book. I mean, they're big books. Maybe I'll just wait until we're like a week or two out from the third book, and then I'll start, so that by the time I finish the second one, I'll be able to just jump straight in. Although I don't know if I can now because I waited too long to buy the second book. So I'll end up with like a really big first book, a really tiny second book, and a really big third book.
I'm sure you can find it online somewhere.
Probably, but it makes me sad.
Is that
But
the
also-
hardback you want?
But
Is it at the end of Isn't it at the end of January, not Feb?
Yeah, end of it's like January 31st or something.
Yeah, because I was
Uh,
just thinking
just
it's just like after we come off I was thinking it's like, oh, so after it's like the high of Taylor Swift and the ball, we've got to then read that book. Like
No,
there'd
we're
be,
reading
you
it
you'll have
before.
read it before.
so we can be like
And then we'll go to the bowl with everyone, and everyone will be freaking out together.
I know. I mean, that's the
That's
funny thing is like people would be like, do we change to like wearing Bryce clothes like the month before if the book's good enough?
You're going to be through the emotional ringer, really, that at that point in time, aren't you? Really, you're all going on a ride.
Oh,
We've already been through a ride.
oh yeah. Most definitely.
Just so stressful that even after everything was okay again, it was still just like for so long.
I can guarantee the first questions that will be asked of me when I get into work tomorrow is, did you get them?
Because I work with my mum, so obviously I was telling her like that we got the tickets, and she said when I told her we got them, she like pushed back her chair and was like, oh, thank God. And the
Aw.
entire office was like, oh, she got them? And they went, yeah, she did. And they were all like, oh, thank God, because we did not want to interact with her on Monday if she didn't. And I was like, that's fair. That's a fair call.
The impact of Taylor Swift tickets is reverberating throughout many offices around the world.
Oh yeah.
I just think it's just the way that we were literally like so optimistic and like it's gonna be fine at the start, and then didn't realize how bad that experience was gonna be.
I wasn't optimistic at all. I was positive I wasn't getting tickets.
And even like being like, oh, we want to sit here and we want to do this, and then it was just like literally any ticket, go.
You just want to be there.
I feel like because you were the least optimistic is the reason you were the one that got through.
Not just that, but I also tempted fate by buying that ticket to Maisie Peters because I'd said to myself I was only going to go to Maisie if I didn't get into Taylor. So then when Sydney sold out, I was like, no, screw it all. I'm going to go buy the Maisie ticket and at least I'll have fun at her show. And so I tempted fate. And then it was funny that, yes, it was me that got through. My sister said the same thing. She's like, of everyone, it had to be you that got through, didn't it? I was like, well, yes, apparently. Because I had fully given up. Like, you guys know the message I sent you right before I was like, I'm in. It was a proper, like, I've given up message.
I know, we were like so devastated, being like, anything? How are you going? What do we do? When do we give up?
When I rang my sister, because I messaged you guys, then I rang my sister, and she answered the phone and she was like, you're kidding? You're in? I was like, yes, I'm in.
I know, I feel like
stay calm.
I didn't look up straight away. So when I saw your message that you were in, I was just like at my computer, like, is it happening? Like I was like shaking. I was like, oh my god. And every time you messaged, I'm just like,
shaking. I was shaking. I was the one trying to buy the tickets. It was very stressful.
And I was just really confused because I'd accidentally had all of these messages on mute, and I was like, what is 10,000 messages? What's happening?
and we're just like, is Cat ignoring us? Like
No.
we're that
should have
annoying about
warned
Taylor
you.
Swift.
We definitely should have warned you that Taylor Swift tickets were going on sale.
I mean, I'm kind of glad I had you guys on mute, because otherwise I'd have been like, what are all these notifications? Like all the time I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was in the middle of the night, because I only realized like that night. So if it was the middle of the day, then I would have been at work being like, what's happening? Or otherwise I'd have been asleep, and that
You
would have been worse.
You were probably asleep because by the time we got the tickets, it was almost 3:00 my time when we'd got the tickets. So you were definitely asleep. You would have woken up and been like, what?
I think especially though, if you were in the height of the bits where we were just going, ah, like, that was just our messages for like such a long period, and we just go, go, like it wasn't making sense.
It was that is one of the most stressful experiences I have ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm just traumatized to never want to go into anything ticketed again after that.
Literally never. But it's fine because we can joke about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This would be a
apparently
very
also-
different conversation if we hadn't gotten them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently Taylor's also going to save the Australian economy. Like apparently we're on the brink of recession, but because Taylor's coming, we're all spending money, so recession's not happening.
Like we're all good now.
Everyone's got to buy outfits and all of the
And the
travel
accommodation.
Yeah.
Accommodation, flights, everyone's
Well-
got to buy beads for the friendship bracelets.
And everyone's getting food around the places, and yeah.
Merch.
Mhm.
Well
I know.
done.
I think I sent that video where like he was talking about it, and then he referenced every album, and I thought that was the best part of the video. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a recession. The recession's coming, but he like literally put references to all of them, and I was just like, this is great.
All right, Recession, the name of Taylor's next album.
Yeah. And she will be with us in spirit. Were you trying for tickets, Sash?
I'll video call you at the concert.
Yeah, I will just be enjoying hearing about it.
We can video call you too. What time is it? Well, no, it'll be in the day because she'll get on the stage at like 9, so it'll be like nowish.
We'll
Oh,
just
yeah,
be
that'd
like,
be fine.
we'll be like reading sprints from Taylor Swift.
My sister
Everyone
would be
was
like,
going.
she'd be like, what? I don't understand you people. I'm like, yeah.
As long as we could actually get reception within the MCG, it could not get reception at Marvel during Harry's shows.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because my sister got reception here at the Oval for Ed's show, but it was not great reception. So like I have
Oh, yeah,
no
'cause we
idea how all the
called you as well,
lives
didn't
are
you?
happening. Like all the Eras Tour lives that you can watch. I'm like, how are you
Mm.
how?
Maybe it's easier to get reception further up because I was right in the middle of Marvel. So
Maybe.
I know. I hope no one's got fear of heights because it does seem a bit high.
and I've climbed the Adelaide Oval roof and the Sydney Harbour Bridge and all of that. I'm fine.
Fair.
Yeah.
On
I'm
the
also
next
ma-
mi-
Like
Yeah.
I'm not even I don't even live in Adelaide now, and I'm mad that she wasn't coming to Adelaide.
Oh, I'm so mad she wasn't coming to Adelaide. Like we spent all this money on a new oval so that we would have people come and do stadium tours here. And basically no one has come to do a stadium tour. Ed Sheeran did, but like Harry Styles didn't come here. Taylor Swift hasn't come here.
Is Pink?
Pink's coming here. Oh,
No.
Pink's like an honorary Aussie at this point.
Yeah,
so she has
I'm
to
pretty
be.
No,
sure Pink's coming
She
here.
actually just really likes Australia, but not America, I think, because she does like tours everywhere. I think she might even have one in like Darwin for us.
I feel like because her shows are just like a haven for gay people, then she's kind of in America. It's like, oh, is it safe?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. In September, the official resale on Ticketek is happening. So
September 4, I believe.
Yeah. That's good that they're doing that as well, but then probably more people will just buy multiples like they've all been doing.
Mm-hmm.
there's people going to every single show, and I'm like, how did you even accomplish that?
Like they'd have to have multiple accounts because you can only buy 4 tickets and that's across
They
shows.
couldn't decide what they were doing with that, so I think it was just per show.
It was
So they
per
just kept
show, yeah.
getting back in.
But I mean, and that's the thing, like, I'm mad at people for going to multiple shows because I know a lot of people who didn't get tickets at all.
Mm.
But at the same time, I'm a little bit in awe of them because I'm like, how did you, like, it was hard enough for us to get in to the ticketing lounge to buy one lot of tickets. How did you manage that? So yeah, I'm a little bit in awe of them and also mad at them.
But also, how do they have that much money? Because like, it's not cheap. Like,
Yeah, I saw this one headline. It was like, girl accidentally spends $10K on Taylor Swift tickets.
I saw that too, yeah.
How do you accidentally spend $10K?
I heard that it's because she got in on 2 different browsers and went through and accidentally bought like 4 of the VIP, like the top tier VIP packages. So she did 8 of them. And obviously because they're like $1,300, that's
Yeah,
and
because
it's
I think I remember seeing it. I think she did 4 on one account, and then I think someone else had logged in for her, but they didn't communicate well enough that someone had gotten in. So they bought them twice. And I'm like, that's just insane to me. That's like my entire bank account. I'm like, that's not okay.
no. You know, too, like apparently because like all the statistics are coming out now, like in the pre-sale, apparently like a third of it was like Americans buying tickets for our tours, and it's just like, okay, like don't, because all these
Yeah.
Aussies are missing out when you had 50 shows.
Yeah, it's just not fair.
Yep.
Credit cards,
Probably.
it has to be credit cards. It has to be.
Well, I mean, what a limit to have on your credit card to be able to spend that much.
Well, we ended up spending a lot less than I had expected to because obviously we wanted to be, slightly closer, but I'm not mad about it because now I have spare money that I'd allocated to it.
Yeah.
Well, kind of what I didn't spend on the ticket paid for my flight now, so that's good. So
It's
I'm
actually
just
worked
like,
out better for me because I now don't have to buy flights or accommodation. It's great.
And I can spend my $4.60 to get on the train 10 minutes that way and go to the MCG.
yeah, I'll just buy like more merch, make up for it.
More beads for friendship bracelets.
I know, I'm already
Definitely
going crazy. Like, I already need someone to stop me. Like, I haven't even like started making them, like, because that will be like ages away. But like, I keep going to the craft stores and I keep finding like unique beads, and I'm like, oh, this is good for folklore, and this is good for. And I'm like, okay, I need to stop. I haven't even.
I'm really looking forward to the friendship bracelet trading. Like, I'm really looking forward to it.
I think too, like, apparently, like, it's a lot easier to trade them outside of the arena. Like, obviously, you can inside. Like, I'll just be going to random people and be like, "Do you want to trade?" Even though that's really scary and socially awkward. But I think it will be good, like, if we actually do bring some, because we plan on going for a picnic to listen.
Oh,
So we get it
absolutely.
twice. I'm
Getting
gonna
the
bring
merch
some.
on Saturday will be smarter because we won't have to wait we won't care what time we get to the line and whatnot.
Yeah, and we won't be able to listen to like Karma when we're outside because we'll need to get on the train before the show gets out.
Yeah, 100%. But it'll be great. It'll be a lot of fun.
Like, to experience both sides of it will be kind of cool, even though we'll be like, yay, we're united with you. We just won't tell you we're going tomorrow inside the theatre.
Well, I did calculations of this actually. I calculated it. Let me see if I can find it. I can tell you exactly how many surprise songs will be left by the time we go.
But
oh no, hold on. There were new shows added.
Today she also did 3 surprise songs instead of 2.
Yeah, but one of them was because her opener couldn't do her set, so they did one of the opener's songs instead. because I hadn't
Yeah.
heard of the song. I was like, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
But I think when I worked it out, that there's going to be 30-something songs left that she hadn't done by the time she
Okay.
gets to the like Melbourne shows.
Is she gonna like go through all of them, you think, or start just going back to one she did before?
Well, that's the thing. Until she starts, I think she'll continue the Latin America dates. I think will continue on, but until she does her shows in Tokyo, I don't think we're going to know whether she's repeating them or not.
Mm.
Yeah,
Or
let's have
maybe
a
she'll
look.
just change up the set list a bit overall anyway for
Okay,
like
here we go.
different countries.
I figured it out. So there are. So this is. I organized this. Oh God, no! Hold on. How did I get back to Riverdale? No, Riverdale is not what we want to talk about right now. Riverdale's great, but not the vibe. Okay, so I on Tuesday, so right before we tried to get tickets, I worked out. Oh, for God's sake, I hate this. Here we go. So I worked out there are approximately on Tuesday 82 songs left of her discography not performed as the set or as a surprise song. On Tuesday, there were 69 shows remaining for a total of 138 surprise songs. So at least 56 of them will be repeats. And there were 66 surprise songs between Tuesday and when we were hoping to see her. So I said, if she's not repeating anything after she finishes, we will have very slim pickings of what she's got left. Very slim.
Mm.
But I
Yes,
definitely have a
songs.
list of like surprise songs I would kill for, and she has sung so many of them already, and I'm very sad.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think, like, you know, because the surprise song thing's really cool, but I just think about like her first performance when like all 40 odd songs were surprise songs because no one knew what was coming. Like, imagine experiencing that first show because you just would have no idea where it was going.
They had no idea when they got there. They had no idea they were in for 3.5 hours of Taylor Swift.
Mm.
Can I help you?
That like I'm not watching any more like videos from the Eras tour that pop up on like my TikTok now because I just want to forget the show. So I'm
The only
experiencing it
ones
again.
I still watch are surprise songs because obviously we're not going to get those songs.
Mm.
But my like number one song that I was desperate to hear her sing, I won't because she'll perform it on July 7th because it's Long Live. That's like my number one song I wanted, and she'll perform it on July 7th. So whatever. So now all of my hopes and dreams rest on Mary's song. I want to hear Mary's song. I want that so bad.
Did your list include all of the From the Vault songs from Speak Now Taylor's version in the calculation?
Yes, I think it did.
Okay, because we might be like our show might be closer to like 1989 Taylor's version than like any other album. So
it probably will be, to be fair. It probably will be quite close. I'd be surprised if it wasn't closest to that album.
After 1889, how many more albums has she got to redo? Did I say it wrong?
You said 1889.
It would make Taylor like 133 years old.
1989.
She's got after 1989, the only things that are left are Reputation and Debut.
Okay, cool.
I've got my fingers crossed that Debut is the last re-recording.
Is it Last on the Clock?
I'm not sure. I hope so, because it'll make it like a full circle moment to have that be her last one.
I'm gonna find the clock picture. Everyone else is just so confused as to what.
Yeah, like, I have no idea what this clock that you guys are talking about. To be honest, I've been lost for like the last half an hour. So
well, I think the elevator dots also had Reputation had Debut last. So,
well, Sasha's just saying Debut is last on the clock.
Yeah, I think it will be. It makes sense
I have
to
no
me.
idea what the clock is either. Kat, I have no idea.
It's this from the Man music video. All the graffiti is her album names, and they've been going in order so far, like in clockwise. Yeah, so it's actually no, it's Reputation next,
Yeah, that's
and then
why, I don't know.
1989, and
And then debut.
I really thought she
Debut
would have
just
like done Taylor's versions in order of the album releases, but I guess it
No,
doesn't really matter.
I think the way she's done it makes perfect. I was not at all surprised when she started with Fearless. Just because Fearless is like debut was hers, but Fearless was the album that put her on the international map. So I'm not surprised that that's the one she started with. And then Red again, I haven't at all been surprised. The only thing that has surprised me a little bit is 1989, but I think with the lawsuit, it doesn't surprise me that it's taken so long for that one to come out. Hi, Cooper.
Yeah.
It's Cooper.
I'm also there we go. Just gonna show. So
This has just turned into Taylor Swift. I'm not even sorry.
I know. Yeah, we should probably read again soon because
probably
I bought this book today.
what is it?
It's the official companion to Stranger Things.
Oh,
Nice.
I have no regrets. It was very expensive.
where is Taylor Swift? Because you'd think it'd be up here, but her name's down here, which is after Reputation.
I'll be disappointed if she doesn't do debut last.
Yeah, because here it's actually 1989 last.
Yeah, I will be disappointed if she doesn't do debut last. It's the perfect opportunity to go full circle and then to move on from there.
See, I feel like my vibe of just being like a casual fan, I'm just so confused by so many things. I didn't know there was so much deep dive.
There's a lot.
Oh, there's so much. Her Easter
I
eggs
don't think
are
I have
next
enough
level.
time to be like, I understand what's going on.
Her Easter eggs are next level, let me tell you.
But yeah, Long Live being your first dance, Sash. Love that.
I think it was You Are in Love. Is it?
Sorry, yeah, You Are in Love. Yeah. But that's cute.
I do love that song.
Yeah, I also thought debut was last on the clock, but apparently not. Interesting.
So I made a playlist on Spotify that is surprise songs my hopes and dreams rely on. And so it's every song that she's not yet sung as a surprise song. Every single one. And it's really interesting, like she's got, I mean, for example, 1989's got 3 songs left. So there are only 3 songs left of that one. So I just keep like removing them. There are some songs I don't think she'll sing, but I left them on here. Like she won't sing Ronan. There's no way in hell she'll sing Ronan. I don't think she'll sing Epiphany. I don't think she'll sing Soon You'll Get Better. So I mean, so like there's 3 songs already that she just won't sing them. She just won't.
For everyone else here, Soon You'll Get Better is about her mum having cancer. I think she's better now. Is she like actually better now?
I think so. I think she's in remission now.
Yeah. Ronan is about a little boy that she knew who died. And I don't listen to Epiphany a lot because I like her bops, not her sad songs.
Epiphany is one of my favorite songs off of Folklore because of what it's about. It's very, because Folklore was a very like different sort of album, but for the Epiphany is very loosely about her grandfather's experiences in the war and also about COVID. So it's a very hard. I can't like. I think I've cried every time I listen to it. Like it's a hard listen, but it's so good. It's just so good.
Yeah, we all had the clock wrong apparently because we all thought 1989 was next.
Oh, actually, I don't think she'll sing Bigger Than the Whole Sky either.
Maybe
because that's another one that was yeah, I don't know. So there's just There's just a few on here. Although there's like ones I don't like the song So It Goes. And if that's my surprise song, I'll actually be really sad.
No, we're going to get a McCavity.
I have not put McCavity on this list, but I did put Beautiful Ghosts on it. Because that's one she actually wrote. I also put Crazier on this list because I'm hopeful.
Yes, I would love Crazier.
I was like, yes.
Which is from the Hannah Montana movie.
Yeah. So Beautiful Ghosts, Crazier, Carolina, Eyes Open, Safe and Sound, Only the Young, and Sweeter Than Fiction I put on there after she sang I Don't Want to Live Forever. Before then, they weren't on there, and then she sang that, and I was like, yes, add them all.
I haven't been paying attention, but did Ronan's mum already go to a show?
Yes, yeah, she did. So when she didn't sing that song on that night, that's when I went, yeah, she's not singing it. So it's one of those things. But I don't know. I'm so sad that I'm going to lose Long Live on July 7. I just know I am. Like I am completely convinced she will sing that song the day Speak Now Taylor's version drops, because it's a song about her fans. Like that's when she'll do it. And I'm so sad. It's my favorite song. It's like my favorite number one Taylor Swift song of all time. It's fine. It's fine.
Right, we should probably do some reading.
Every song. I'm like amazed. And I'm here like my playlist has like 30. Doing so well.
Well, don't worry, Abby. We will make a Taylor Swift fan out of you yet.
I know. I am gonna probably use the set list as help though to know what I need to know. But I am invested. Like I'm just like gonna become like more of a Swiftie.
I mean, please. I can't concentrate on anything anymore. My brain has left the building. I really like Taylor Swift, but I'm not going to a concert, and I don't know. I probably know about 10 of her songs, and it's terrible.
I really like Taylor Swift, but I probably know 10 of her songs.
No, right. I could name you about 10, and that's about it. And I like. She's
you
lovely.
will know more soon.
Yeah, you'll just trust me. You'll know more soon
if I hear them, but I don't have half an hour's worth of energy to talk about her. I apologize. I can't hide it on my face that I'm just like my brain is checked out a little bit.
Surprised you didn't just pick up your book and start reading.
I mean, because I have to start a new one, and I listen to an audiobook, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, we'll be like, how long has she been muted for? What's
going on?
So before the Wiggles show, I tried to do this thing in the group chat for those of us going to the Wiggles where we put a different Wiggles song in each day. So I reckon we should just start that in the BWC chat, send a different Taylor Swift song each day so you two can learn.
Oh yes. I'll be like, here's your homework for the day.
You just have to send videos of us like being able to sing them without lyrics.
To be fair, I still can't do that with every Taylor Swift song. She's got too many.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how long do we want to read for?
Kat, you decide, because we've annoyed you with our Taylor Swifting.
Yeah, I'm not annoyed. I don't have anything to say about it. I think it's the thing.
Honestly, not me either, really. But I'm just like, I'm amazed. There's so much more than I thought.
Yeah,
I can't really see her, but there's Penny as a blob. Penny's also done with Taylor
see
Swift.
Tigger.
Yeah, no, Penny's up there. That's her.
I can see the eyes.
No, that's her. Her eyes are closed, Abby. She's asleep.
I just saw the two lights. I was like, is that her eyes reflecting?
No, that is not. But Penny was also like, can we just stop?
Right. Same as last time, 35 minutes.
35? Yep.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
That's
Reading. Yay.
Reading.
Yeah. Finally.
No, I didn't mean that sarcastically.
Are you sure? Like,
yay.
Are you sure you don't want to talk anymore? Like,
No, I'm good, thanks.
Like, it's fine.
it just hurt my
Okay.
feelings. It's fine.
Yeah. Happy reading, everyone.
See you in 35 minutes. I can hear headphones crinkling.
Not me.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I'm here.
Yeah, we could hear your headphones.
I was just like, oh, I got this. I clearly don't.
That's why I put my headphones, I untangled my headphones, put them on before I unmuted myself because I was listening to it. I was like, that's not me, right? It was not. You're all
I
right.
am proud to report they are out of the river.
Yay.
It took
Yay!
100 pages.
That's
Wow.
the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard. I didn't look to see how many pages I read, but I've made it to page 100, so
Nice.
I'll take it.
Nice.
But of how many pages? How long until I'm free?
Free of what?
This
Just the
book.
tongue. Oh.
Just this book. 350 pages. Okay, 250 to go. I can do it.
I got up to 74, so not bad for a sprint. The book is starting to get really good though, so I'm invested.
We
See,
like that.
That's what's good about like a sprint like this, because you sit and you focus and then you have to read and then you're like, oh, I'm into it now. So there's
Yeah.
no like slumpy sort of aspect because you just have to push through until it's done.
Yeah.
It's definitely helping. I want to get back into reading. I literally haven't read anything in over a month, probably longer, because of this book. So I'm like, if I can finish this book this week, I will be incredibly happy. And then I
Yeah.
can get back into actual reading. We hope.
You know, I can recommend you a book if you like the Throne of Glass series.
What book, Kat?
Called House of Earth and Blood.
Look, look, I'm going to try really hard. I don't want to read any fantasy books while I'm trying to write my own fantasy because I'll get too muddled.
Do you have an idea of what you want to read next?
Yes.
Besides the Stranger Things thing?
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to read that. No, Karen and McManus has got her new book coming out this month, and I want to read that for sure. It's like the third and final book in the One of Us Is series.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to read that, but I want to reread One of Us Is Lying and One of Us Is Next first because it's been a hot second since I read both of those books. And then I'll read that one. And then I've got quite a few like sci-fi books on my list that I'll probably turn to. Yeah.
See, I read One of Us Is Lying and I always was going to read more, yet she's written like 10 more books and I've read none of them.
She turned into an auto-buy author for me. I don't even remember when it was that happened, but I've read I own all but all but 3 of her books now. And I've loved every single one of them. And she always gets me. Like sometimes I get like part of it, but I've never once successfully guessed everything apart from One of Us Is Lying. I guessed everything in One of Us Is Lying, but ever since then I haven't been able to guess it.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious to see if I can guess this one. But my favorite of hers is The Cousins. I think that's the best book she's done.
Have you read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder? Yeah.
No, I haven't, but it's on my list, and I didn't realize it was being turned into a movie. So now I have
think
to read
you would
it.
really enjoy it. It was a really well written mystery book.
I think so. I think it's either a movie or a TV show. It's going to be BBC, and it's starring the girl who played Enid on Wednesday. So you can always count on me to be up to date with book to movie adaptations, but not actually read the books. It's just what I do.
So how was you reading Felix, Kat?
Yeah, I am 81 pages in, so it's going. It's going. I feel like I want to read the book because it's got really nice sized text, and but I've got it on audiobook, and I also just don't want to ruin that because I think that's really pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I just don't want to touch it. I don't want to open it. I don't want to ruin the book. I'll read it like this if I read it.
Okay, that makes more sense. When you said you were on page 81, and I'm like, didn't you just start in this sprint? All right, audiobook, that makes more
It's
sense.
just amazing.
Yeah, it sounds like I can read really fast. If I was trying to read with my eyes at the moment because I'm really tired, I would be on like page 5, I imagine. I just don't.
Would you read it like really fast times speed on audiobook, don't you?
Yeah, 3.5 times. So
God, I sit on. I think I sit on 1.35 times, and even that's too fast for me sometimes.
yeah, I don't know. I just like it. I just like it. I would probably try and make it go faster if it went faster, but it doesn't. So there are like certain narrators that even at 3.5, they still sound slow, and I'm like, how are you a narrator?
Imagine if like you got it to the point where like each audiobook was like an hour of your time. You just pump them out.
I mean, how amazing would that be?
You'd run out of books. There'd be not enough books in the world for that.
Wait, I think because I know I don't own One of Us Is Lying or One of Us Is Next because I only started collecting her books after a certain point. But my sister owns them. But I think I have One of Us Is Lying on audiobook. I do. So probably listen to that one on audiobook and then borrow One of Us Is Next from my sister. Or maybe I'll just buy them because I do really like her books. I think I own 5 of them now. I think she's got 7 or 8 out now. It's a lot.
Also continue on with Truly Devious because it's really good.
Yes, I have that on the list as well.
I know there's going to be a 6th book now, and I'm like, so
yeah, I know, and that's what I'm sad about because I have the first 3 as hardcovers, and then I wanted to get the next 3 as hardcovers, but trying to get a hardcover in Australia now the Book Depository is down is going to cost me like an arm and a leg, and I just don't think I can do that. Oh, okay. I actually only own 3 of her books. Wow. Okay. So this is her 7th book coming out now.
Okay.
So, question: how late is it for you guys? Do you want to do another sprint, or are we gonna not do any more sprints?
Yeah, I'm probably done with reading. Got work
I'm mainly
tomorrow.
done because I have to be up at 5 in the morning.
Nice.
Let's see. I also need to get breakfast soon because I mean I don't. Does it still count as breakfast if it's like 1:30?
No, that's lunch.
Brunch?
We're
Definitely
past
lunch.
brunch as well.
Yeah.
It's just food.
Yeah, I need to sustain my bodily activity.
Yeah, when I was at my work conference, they were talking about how the future of food, especially Gen Alpha, will focus less on breakfast, lunch, dinner, and more about just eating when they need food. So you're just jumping on the trend early.
Yeah. Except I probably needed food before we even started the thing, but
Probably.
I definitely got here late from dinner and I'm already hungry again. So I have to go make some food in a minute. It's like 10 o'clock, but I know I won't go to bed anytime soon because that's just not how my brain works. So food it is.
It's not how my brain works too. I have to like force myself to go to bed and then I just lie there for a while. And I'm like, I could just be like on my phone, but try and sleep.
Yeah. I've been there. Wow. All right. We should probably call it quits then, because I feel like we've done good timing.
We've been doing pretty decent. We nearly made 3.5 hours. I just noticed the time.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
And I finished a book, so
that's super impressive.
And I'm going to stay over halfway in mine now, because of the extra bits in the book.
Sitting there. Well, I know I've got 250 pages exactly to go.
It looks like not much. There's a little bit.
I don't have a bookmark. Oh no. Wait, I'm going to use a ruler because that's helpful.
Use a ruler. I've got this is this book's bookmark.
Cute.
It's a little 11th Doctor bookmark.
Are we sharing bookmarks now? Mine's a
think we are.
fabric one from Charlie and Fox, and they don't make them anymore.
I just have my Wire Chronicles ones. I use these for everything.
I do
I
own
have-
real bookmarks, but it's a ruler.
I use a different bookmark for every book. So
See, I'm just very much like I can't change things. Like I used to use these crocheted ones, and it was very hard for me not to use them anymore. But then I was like, solid cardboard's really good. But I have like 8 of the same bookmark, so that I can just put them all in different books that I'm reading.
every time I go to Supernova, I go and I find these people and I buy more bookmarks of theirs. So I probably have like 20 of their bookmarks now.
They're like, oh my god, it's that woman again.
She's back.
I
Yes.
love their bookmarks. They're so cute.
Will you buy more in November?
Almost definitely, yes. If they're there, I literally always, I mean, the first thing I bought at Melbourne Supernova this year was these 4 bookmarks. I bought a Sora and a Axa one from Kingdom Hearts, and then Max and Elle from Stranger Things. I was like, this is very me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I clicked thing. Yep. There we go. Thank you, Fuzzy Hedge Pig, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
There may be more sprints throughout the week when any of us get our shit together and figure out when.
Yeah. Look, I need to document how long we've been going for. Wait, Jenna's here. My thing never focuses. We're all here, and we've been sprinting for not going to focus 3 hours and something. All the fun times.
For those watching that couldn't see what I was doing, my hand is right under the live button that we can see.
I know. I zoomed in, and it was just basically you, and I'm like, wait, it's just blurry.
I'm like,
Going.
This is slightly creepy. Oh dear. Right.
Okay. I'm going to press the button now.
And then we'll wait for an eternity.